Hello there. My name is Jeremy Schmidt, Mike's brother, and welcome to Fredbear's Daycare. A daycare where kids from the ages of 5 to 11 can roleplay with the plushies during playtime. And this place is like any normal daycare, but with plushies and teachers. Duh. What else would you expect from a daycare like this? So anyway, the job as a night guard is to keep some intruders from getting in and to prevent them from possibly damaging some equipment. Now I've heard that you used to work at Showbiz Pizza Place as a technician, right? Because if you're familiar with that job, then you might do some tasks after every shift then. So be aware of that. You can't walk out if you're about task done. Because if you do that tons of times, it will result in your termination as a night guard / technician. So just get your tasks done, okay? Good. Now anyway, onto your cameras and your camera panel. These cameras will track intruders every move, and if someone were to move, you would check them to see where some intruders are. Now on to the vent. If you look at cam 8, you'll see the ventilation, and you will see a seal vent button on this cam. You can use it to block off the vents when an intruder is in them, and they will leave immediately. And if you want to unseal them if no one is in the vents anymore, tap the button Unseal Vent to unblock the vents. Only use the seal vent button if someone's in them. The SC is not activated since you can't use it on a night like this. Yeah, what to do if someone's at the doors? Right, you might have noticed on both sides of the office that there are some doors. So if someone like, say, an intruder is at the left door, you would go into your camera panel and tap the button Restart AI to make that intruder go back to its proper place. Now on your far right, there is a control shock button. So if an intruder is at the right door, then just tap the control shock button and they will go back to their proper place and fry their circuits, I think. Anything else I missed? Oh right, as you can see in your office, there's a robot named, get this, Help Fred. I know it's a stupid name. But we call him that because he helps kids with physical problems during the day. And he does have a soul in him, but trust me, he's harmless. We put him in the office before closing up the place so that vandals won't damage him. So if you need help from him at any time, have the Help Fred Helper button and he will assist you. But he will disable your camera panel until you choose an option of what you need help with. Once you choose an option, he will re-enable your camera panel and he will help you with the problem you selected. And one more thing about him. The amount of times you need him will vary each night, so just be careful. Now on to the names of these plushies. Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, and Spring Fred. There's 2 other voices in camera 9, but that camera is disabled because you don't need to worry about them yet. And one more thing, in camera 4, the lights in there will fuse, and you need to fix them after you're done with tonight's shift. That way you will know who's in there. But don't worry if you don't see the robot in there through the cameras. We've installed a night vision system in that camera for this night only, so that you will see him on this night. Is that everything? Yeah, I guess so. So this night should be easy to beat. So remember to check the cameras if someone moves. Tap the Restart AI button in your camera panel if someone is at the left door, and that's it. During the fact that the plushie here has some AI filters or something, I don't know. So, what's up, man? Call me when you reach 6 a.m.
Hello, the night guard. How can I help you? Okay, night guard. I'll get right on it. Here you go, night guard. Have a nice night.
Okay, I got a message. So, you're now in the parts and services room. It's a bit dark in here, I know. Since I mentioned earlier that the lights in here blew fuse, but don't worry, since you lost the flashlight with you. You can turn it on to see in the dark and fend off whoever's in it. So, the robot in front of you, if you're using your flashlight, his name's Frank. He was gonna be used to communicate with autistic people who can't speak, but due to his system glitching out a bit, we put him in the parts and services room, also in a place you're in right now, because that was the only option we had. Otherwise, we would reprogram his entire system, which would take forever to do. Funny story, right? I know it's not that funny, but it's a story. Anyway, if you found a main panel here prior to me messaging you, then you'll use it to reboot all 5 power modules in here. Yes, I said 5. There's not only you, but you have to do 5. Anyway, it will take a while for said modules to reboot, so just be patient. And remember, if Frank were to activate, you would shine a light at his head, and then he can go back to his original position. But if you're using your mains panel too much, and you don't use your light, and Frank is not in front of you, you're dead meat. So, put your mains panel down if you hear Frank moving, you use your flashlight on him, okay? Good. So, you'll find me when you're done, okay? Alright, man, good luck. Wow, it seems you finally got the power modules working at last. So the lights should be on now. You can now leave. See you back here again tomorrow. Bye. You did a good job on getting the power modules working yesterday. And by the way, you made today too, so congrats. I won't talk as long as I did last night though. As the plushies and or robots become more and more active as the week progresses. So, while I talk, you should look at your camera panel more often to see if everyone's where they properly should be, you know. And speaking of plushies, I'm pretty sure the Spring Bonnie one will be active tonight. Well, if you hear him going into the vent, tap the steel vent button in your camera panel to seal him out. And no harm will come, I suppose. And about camera 9, we're trying to get this cam to work, so we'll have it up and running by tomorrow. However, we did hear from the previous guard, and yes, I mean the previous guard, who works here before you, claims that the plushies are haunted by ghosts or something. We did install a night mode into the plushie, so I think his theory is true. Since we didn't believe him at first, we fired him from his job for talking all crazy, I mean total asylum crazy. I know that's a dumb reason to fire someone, I know. Well anyway, since there's nothing wrong with the building tonight, there's no need to perform any maintenance. But you do need to perform some maintenance tomorrow night on a specific robot that isn't shown on camera, or an automatic layout on the cameras. And that's about it. So just check those cameras, tap the helper button if you need his assistance. You'll need him twice tonight. Restart the AI if someone's at the left door, and shut the vents if an intruder is in them. So, good night, and good luck.
Hello, the night guard. How can I help you? Okay, night guard. I'll get right on it. Here you go, night guard. Have a nice night. If you need me again, tap the button again. Ah!
Hello there. So, you did a good job on making it stay free. And you're doing better as the last guard I mentioned to you last night. But speaking of the last guard, he said that the next night after this one is usually the quitting point, since it gets a bit difficult. But you? There is no way you can quit your job this early. And I'm sure you will be fine, since you're doing a good job so far. Anyway, the Spring Fred plush will be active tonight, along with Frank the Frostbox. Spring Fred will come through the right door. And remember the part where I said that if someone were to be at the right door, you would press the blue control shock button on the right side, right? Good, because that should affect him in some way. And Frank the Frostbox will go into the vent, but there's one catch. Filling the vents won't stop him, because he will directly get into your office. So in that case, we tried out all the defense mechanisms in your office, and the only thing that affected him was Frank's restart AI button. So if he gets in your office, go into your camera panel and tap the button Restart Frank's AI to make him go back to his original spot, which is camera 4. And one more thing. The robot I mentioned in last night's message is a scary nightmare-like bear that has brown and white fur all over him, sharp teeth, sharp claws, and a yellow bow tie. And he came from an establishment that opened in April of 1984. It closed 2 months later due to a spring lock accident. We were going to use him for this place, but due to his creepy appearance, we left him downstairs in a second parts and services room, which was the not shown camera I was talking about at the end of last night's message. So anyway though, enough rambling. I will absolutely work. So good night and good luck. And as always, call me when you reach 6 a.m. And oh, one more thing. You'll need help read 3 times tonight, so bye. Okay, got your message. I'm here. So it seems you found the second parts and services room downstairs without any help. So anyway, the robot in front of you is named Scary Dave. We gave him that name since he is so nightmarish and he has a corpse in him. So here's the backstory about him. He was originally named Dave the Teddy Bear at an establishment named Dave's Friendly Diner, which was the establishment I told you about earlier, because he is a fun-loving bear that is very friendly towards the guests. Anyway, the soup version of him was used at the diner, and if this water gets inside the spray lock mechanisms, it would crush the person that's inside it. And that is what happened on one day in June of 1984. My god, that was a decade ago. You were told by the owner that your brother, Jay Colton, was going to use the soup for a birthday party, and he saw the leaky ceiling in the back room, since it was raining that day. So he got in the suit, and 17 seconds later, one drip of water touched his frog mechanisms, and he died in the suit. Then soon after, the suit was decommissioned to our local warehouse. Then, 8 years later, he turned into a monster. So anyway, enough backstory. So I'll tell you why you're here. Just need to check if it's working properly by tapping that button on the far right. Upon doing so, it would activate its AI systems. So if you were to turn evil towards you, just run. Unless you want to get yourself killed. Well, anyway, just don't offend me when you're done, okay? Good. So good luck, man.
Dude, I thought you were dead. You haven't responded to your phone for 10 minutes.
Hey there, so yeah, I knew Scary Dave was gonna turn evil, and he did. But why didn't you run? Did you want to save and or free your brother from the suit? Did you want to stop him from turning evil? Or did you want to get yourself killed? Because you nearly did just that. You could have told me to call the cops or something, but if I were to do so, the cops would arrest you for being asylum crazy. So anyway, regardless of that though, you made it stay far, so good job I guess. Well, as you can see, there is a thunderstorm outside, so if the power were to go out, your task will be to restore it. Well, with that put aside, I will tell you who's at tonight. For now, the Plush Police Duo, who's on Cam 9. And speaking of which, we were able to get the cam working last night. So, anyways, I will let you know on where the duo is going to show up. Fred, the leader of the Plush Police Duo, known as Red as a Bear, and Sam, Fred's partner, who's the bunny, are attracted to sound, and they will block the cameras upon moving. But don't worry, since you will see them while the cameras are blocked. So if you see Fred in your office and or Sam at the left side of the office, go to Cam 9 and tap the button to play audio to play an audio clip to learn it back. And as for the air plushies and or robots you encountered so far, you know what to do if they come near you. So, with that being said, good night and good luck. Oh shoot. I knew the power would go out. So, anyway, just find a generator, press the power button, and you can go home for today. So, good luck. Wow, good job by getting the power working again. So the lights should be on now. So, see you back here again tomorrow. Bye. Hello there. So, we got some good news and bad news. The good news is that you made it to your final day of the week. That's great. And you will get your pay after this shift for all the hard work you did here as a night guard slash technician. And here's some bad news. This thing will be very, very difficult. Though you shouldn't worry about it too much. I know you will do fine. And the place is being shut down because the plushies are acting a bit weird and their daytime AI systems aren't working the way we want them to. So we'll close this daycare down tomorrow for a few days while our other technicians look into what's up with them. And that's it. Although you need to do us a favor if you ever take overtime. We're offering a day shift position to become available, and according to your records, you could be a great teacher. So if you ever want to sign up to take a position and quit your job as a night guard slash technician when the place opens up again, feel free to give us a call. If you don't want to though, then that's okay. We'll put you in a different position that I think you will enjoy. So as always, good night and good luck. And remember, Fastbird's K-12 company is not responsible for any death or injury to a human being.